Share a Slice with Kiss Cakes. Share a Slice is brought to you by Kiss Gourmet Desserts.
Sharing a cup with Jason Williams today, and we're sharing a slice courtesy to the folks at Kiss Baking Company.
Yeah, my
Jason down in the cake already. I did you want to invite Jason to take a slice?
No, don't invite me with cheesecake, man. Congratulations, Kiss. Oh, gosh.
So this year,
Congratulations, man. It's winning.
we're showcasing a range of Kiss cakes on the show this season, and this one really impressed me. This is cheesecake heaven, they call this.
Wow.
So you get 4 different flavors: strawberry, cherry, chocolate marble, and coffee, all in one cheesecake. The kind of nice slice it up, pre-slice it for you. So you're just getting one flavor cheesecake,
Something for everybody.
an assortment for everybody.
Something for granny.
Yes.
Something for the wife. Something for the neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you understand? But yeah, you look like you're that cheesecake man, don't you?
I love it.
We know the way you dive into that cheesecake. Don't you?
Yeah. I love cheesecake.
Jace, it's been a hell of a year.
It is. It's been.
Yeah. So I mean, coming out of the political game, when you jumped in head first, as you told us before the break.
Brave.
Brave. what was the most jarring thing for you? Because I know that is an experience that you would have never had before. You went into it as a civilian, so to speak, man on the street, and you jumped into it.
I think waiting to see what. So to me, when you go into that arena, it's almost like you put yourself naked before the country. You put yourself up for that public scrutiny. And no man is perfect. Everybody would have their particular battles and their particular, issues that they're working on. To me, I'm still a work in progress. But I was kind of waiting to see what, opponents or anybody who wanted to change the narrative or to taint the particular narrative, what they were going to come with. And thankfully I think I've been able to pass that test. When I look back, most of my relationships and most of my dealings, it's always been very sincere. Whether things worked out or not, I think I've always tried to leave any particular scenario very, in a cordial way, very, very respectful. And I think Uni Bacchanal really, they pull up a skit I did. A skit I did with a girl on the beach. That was a skit I did for promotion earlier this year for Carnival.
Right.
Where it looked like I was talking to a girl on the beach, and next woman I was dealing come and make more with her phone, and I was like, hey, stop taping and ting. And that was literally acting.
And that was acting.
And that went forward as people who went online, and I just had to laugh. I said, wow, look how people watched that and took it as if it really happened and ran with it. So fake news and...
It's a real thing.
Yeah,
fake news is a real thing.
It's a real thing. And the way people will view something, they will interpret it as being authentic when indeed it's as a plot or just a skit.
Yeah.
So that was the interesting part.
Yeah. You're on the road, you're on the full distance.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, democracy is what it is.
Yes.
The votes came down, not in your favor. The disappointment. I saw some immediate post interviews, and I saw the disappointment on your face. It was real.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I worked really hard. I put in every day hours working, but with no regrets, because within everything I was able to meet so many people in the area, get to truly explore the area and find and discover certain parts that I, living there for the last 13, 14 years, I didn't even know certain areas, certain corners, certain ends, certain dips and valleys. Sam was a really interesting place, and Barataria by extension too. And even El Socorro, when you really started going into all the back roads. And for me, that was the disappointment, really, knowing that I put in all the effort and I really wanted to give the place a boost and stuff. And, I guess it wasn't to be in that particular run.
Yeah.
So, I felt it that night. As everything else, you put forward effort and you really get the result. And so you're like, wow. But I'm happy that I've always been able to shake things off and turn the page and get to the next, just keep it moving one time. I don't ponder upon those things for too long. And it's never a loss, it's always a lesson.
Never lost.
We never lose, we always learn.
We always learn.
We always learn.
You said it there, but that was actually my next question, or what something. I mean, when you look back It's easy to say no regrets sometimes, but any regrets at all? Decided, well, I shouldn't do that. I probably jumped in that a little too early. I probably didn't do it. No regrets.
I think now was the time. I'd rather do it early, young, when I have the energy, when I have the particular zeal, the zest, as they say. You understand?
Yes, that's
I feel I had the zest in me. You know the zest when you're much older. So I said, you know what? Now, rather than late 40s, early 50s, late 50s, early 60s. Now, I didn't want to get into it at that point in time.
Yeah.
I think now was the time, and sometimes you're either ahead of your time, or sometimes the time kind of or more or less past you then. So I think for me, this was an opportunity for myself to show, especially colleagues within the fraternity, media entertainment, because Gypsy would have done it before, Pink Panther would have done it before. I'm not the first. To have men who would have dabbled before. But especially for the younger generation, I think I was probably the person to just unlock the door, and I think somebody else down the road, I'm thinking, I'm hoping, use this as an inspiration to really push it open and make the difference.
Yeah. Let me express my disappointment. Not that, I'm not in the voting area there. But disappointment that I thought when I saw what you did, the impact that I thought you had on the ground, on the social media platforms and so on, that I say Jason is a young face, a different face with a contribution to make. So I really thought that this was going to be a career path for a little while for you. So I was a little disappointed when I recognized, okay, full stop, that's it, no more.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, people have said to me, be patient. It's obviously months after the general, and they're saying that, appointments and different opportunities would be forthcoming. But until such time, I have to get back to my regularly scheduled program. And I've, never burned the media bridge, I never burned the entertainment bridge. I just kind of had put it on pause to embark on this journey. The journey came to a particular stop. You could be driving when you go into Matlat and you reach, after you pass the wall, the leaning wall of Matlat. It's come a point in the road where that's it. You're seeing ocean. The road literally,
you have to stop.
Come to end. Is either you turn back, or you could turn back on the journey, or you could probably carve a new path through the bushes or whatever. But that's how I feel.
Biggest lesson, Jason, because I know this was a new experience for you. Biggest lesson as you came out of it unscathed.
I think the biggest lesson to be brave, to embrace change. Change is constant. The only institution that does not embrace change, I would say, the Laperouse, Nokorapo Cemetery, Sawa Cemetery, Tunapuna Cemetery, Losiro Cemetery.
The Cemetery Association.
The Cemetery Association. Because when you're there, it's done.
It's done.
But once you're in the land of the living, change is something.
Yeah.
It can come in different ways, different forms. I think it's just for all of us to be brave enough and don't study per se what the end game might be. Just enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Sometimes we always look at the prize and we look at the end game, but we sometimes lose the story and the essence of the journey. And for me, the journey was indeed a great one. I've learned so much about my area, my country, and more so about myself.
Do you still have the desire to serve the people, to go back in and make a contribution through the political realm?
I'll always be there for the people. Any capacity. As it relates to politics, I don't know the next 5 years if I'll have, as I said, the energy, the zest, and indeed the opportunity. So it's left to be seen. But in terms of that commitment to the ground and to Barataria, some people still call me, you swear I am the MP. People call me up to my phone. A lady messaged me yesterday in terms of an issue with a hole in Barataria. But the good thing is I have an amazing relationship with the councillors.
Right.
So what I do when I get the particular complaints, I will now channel it across to people like Jody and Kimberly.
You reached people, and I think not everybody who enter politics can identify and reach people. And I think you did that successfully to a great extent.
Yeah, give thanks.
And that's why I said you're still getting calls today.
Yeah, because it was authentic. It was authentic, and I think
Yeah.
people felt the authenticity.
Yeah.
You know, they felt the heart.
Yeah.
But it's just, I guess, the system and the way we go about it. I just went about it my way, and as I said, no regrets. You know, no regrets. I did it my way.
Yeah. No
I
regrets.
from Sinatra them.
And back, and what is it? Will. Back to regular scheduled programming.
Yeah.
Jason Williams can now be found on WESN, Content Capital, a new
Yes.
cable network that's evolving here in TNT. You're doing the morning show there.
Yeah, current affairs and news, you know. Yeah, short and time.
Short and time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I tell them, I say, no long I for that time.
Yeah,
but it's
boy.
my news days, I for that time. When I see any tire, I think,
Nah.
say,
I have plenty ties, man. I enjoyed it. I have a co-host there, a guy called Keaton Shaw.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the challenge. It's challenging me.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the conversations on radio, all fun and kicks, and that will always be in me. But I'm just thinking now, especially coming out of that particular experience of elections, I think it's time to continue the conversations.
Right.
Where we could engage change, and I could also listen to some of the real issues. So I, too, in my particular position now, could still pass on certain information and intelligence and what people saying to some of the leaders. What I've recognized going into the system, a lot of people out of touch. And that's so unfortunate. The reality is there are lots of people who are in positions where they literally, Joe, have no idea what's going on the ground. And I say, I never want that to be me. I always keep my ears to the ground, keep my ears to what the man in the market saying, what the lady in the maxi is saying. When you lose touch with that, you kind of really, you're lost. You must stay plugged in.
Jace, thanks, you know. You really get out in that cheesecake.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to finish mine. Thanking the folks at Kiss Baking Company for making this one possible. Pick up your Kiss cakes, guys. And I was looking forward when next I talk to you to call you, send it to the other organization. So this, on behalf of the Kiss Baking Company,
gosh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas, my brother. This is for you, the
Thank
family.
you, thank
Enjoy
you.
the holidays. Have a good one. I know it's been a year. Yes.
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
JW, Jace, as I know him, Jay. We go back such a long way. I've seen him grow in the industry.
Yeah.
We've grown together, and I've been a big fan of what he does for such a long time.
So when the all-inclusives and we could gather again, you'll see him on stage
I'll see
again.
you on stage
again. And they'll say, Joe.
The host of all hosts.
Yeah. Back on stage again, man.
Yeah.